Well, the business evolves much faster than most things in general. And I would say, from an ESG perspective at least, the real change is that it's become front and center of business strategy. I mean, anything that you take in terms of the developments, whether it's in reporting or whether it's in the way investors are approaching business, ESG seems to be the most important factor. If you see the concerns that most investors raise in terms of business, a lot of them have to do with ESG parameters. In fact, risk from climate and risk from social indicators is one of the biggest things that investors are looking for today. And which is why if you see ESG's embedding into corporate strategy, it's no longer just restricted to the manufacturing teams or the traditionally engineering-heavy operations teams. It's pretty much a fundamental part of everything that a business does, right? From its CFO, who's looking at risk from a financial perspective, to the R&D who are developing products for a new market of people who are looking for sustainable products, all the way to your risk and your marketing functions who are also imbibing ESG into their communication. So it's fundamentally ESG has become at the front and center of business landscape today. I think there are a couple of aspects which are very interesting. From a pure carbon perspective, I think India has a huge potential to be a carbon sink for the world. The reason I say this is because we're still a very agricultural dependent economy. And the abundance and availability of degraded land or of cropland which can be used to grow very carbon intensive crops or to sequester carbon is absolutely immense. At Godrej itself, we've done these watershed programs in 4 states in India, where we started with the initial aim of sequestering water as a resource for farmers. That project has actually evolved into like a secondary or tertiary benefits project where not only are we sequestering water in these watersheds, we have now sequestering carbon there. The farmer livelihoods improved 3 or 4-fold. And we're also now seeing improvements in biodiversity and soil health. So that's a great indicator that, with our huge dependence on agriculture and the availability of biomass as a resource, we can really be a carbon sink for the world, and we can really be even a seller of commodities which have a low carbon footprint. On the ESG front, transparency of disclosures and the extremely stringent new norms that are coming in from SEBI on the BRSR is a great step in that direction, because while it's great to do things, it's also very important to validate and be sure and be transparent about what you do. And which is why I think more stringent guidelines on assurance and on reporting will really make India a very trustworthy choice for the carbon markets for the world.